very good morning. It is just gone 10 to 9. This is talkSPORT2 today with 888 Sport, and I'm Jake Watson. And it's been an entire 15 minutes. I think now is the time we should talk a little bit more about Harry Kane. So Spurs reportedly set to fine the striker for not showing up for pre-season training yesterday. It is, of course, a speculation over his future continues to intensify. Manchester City, the club we believe is the one most keen to sign him. We're joined now by Spurs YouTuber, fan and podcaster Chris Cowlin. Very good morning, Chris.
Hi, Jake. How you doing?
Yeah, mate, I'm okay. How are you? Disappointed? Surprised? What are the emotions at the moment, or following yesterday's big news, I suppose?
Do you know what, Jake? It's very, very disappointing the way that Harry Kane has acted in this regard. He's upset a lot of fans in the last 24 hours. He's been quite disrespectful to the club, the fans, his teammates. No one is bigger than the badge, and you've got a job. You go there and you do your job. He's 28 years old. And, I just think it's very, very unprofessional of him, the way he's acted. If he wants to leave the club, I don't think any Spurs fan would begrudge him a move away, because he's been an absolute star for Tottenham year in, year out. But if he wants to move and he wants to go, then come out publicly and say, my time is up, I want to leave, I've got an agreement with Daniel Levy and the board to go. It's just a bit of a mess at the moment, and to not have the England captain turn up when we know this is just so out of character for someone like Harry Kane to do this. So, things must be happening behind closed doors.
Do you think he's being poorly advised?
The thing is, Jake, whether you're being poorly advised or not, you're 28 years old. At 28, you know your own mind. You know exactly what you want to do. And, as I say, the England captain, there is a certain way to act. If you think of truly professional footballers, you'd put, on and off the pitch, you'd put David Beckham in there, you'd put Harry Kane in there. And the way that Harry Kane has acted in the last 24 hours is just so out of character. And I just cannot defend what he's done. We all want trophies. Me as a Tottenham fan, I talk about trophies on my YouTube channel day in, day out. We all want trophies. Harry Kane has had an opportunity to win many trophies at Spurs. He's been a part of those squads who have sadly failed to get over the line. But it'll be an interesting couple of weeks coming up now because, of course, we've got 12 days until we face the champions Manchester City in the Premier League. We haven't even got a backup striker to Harry Kane. We haven't signed any defenders as yet. A big couple of weeks coming up.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned Daniel Levy, and, as far as transfer deals go, if you're a fan of any club, I don't think any chairman gets mentioned more when it comes to negotiating than Daniel Levy. Do you actually think, Chris, if Harry was to come out and say, I do want to leave, thank you for everything, but I want to win trophies, do you think if he actually came out and said that would help the transfer and that would move Daniel Levy's stance? I'm not quite sure how that changes anything, if I'm completely honest.
The thing is, we don't know as yet whether Harry Kane has put in an official transfer request. I don't think any of us know that.
But I think he's not doing that out of respect for the club, but but he's doing everything else that he can do whilst making it clear he wants to go without putting in a transfer request purely out of respect.
Yeah, but with that said, I think that if a bid of £150 million comes in, and I do think that there is a figure, I know £150 million keeps being bandied about amongst the media, if that bid comes in, I have no doubt as a Spurs fan that Harry Kane will leave the club. I think that there is a figure that Manchester City or another club do need to reach before Daniel Levy and the board say yes. But as I said earlier, I don't think any Tottenham fan would begrudge Harry Kane leaving the club. We all want trophies, and he wants trophies as an England captain. Every time he meets up with England, he is playing with stars who has won the Champions League, the Premier League, year in, year out. It's just very, very frustrating as a Spurs fan, as I say, going into the season, 12 days to go. If I was Harry Kane, I would probably want to leave the club as well, because of the decline of the club in the last couple of years. We haven't invested the money that we perhaps should have done. And as I say, I can't use that word enough, frustrating, because it is so frustrating for us Tottenham fans to now think that we're going to lose our number one star in Harry Kane. It would be devastating.
So what have you made of the summer so far? Because once again, big changes, Nuno coming in, a couple of players and a couple rumoured in and a couple out. I mean, are there positive steps being made? If you were to take Harry Kane away from this for a moment?
a lot more needs to be done, Jake. As I say, we're 12 days away until the Premier League starts. We've signed a goalkeeper and a winger. Without sounding very negative, these two positions would have probably been, way down, if not at the bottom of the priority list. We need defensive reinforcements, and urgently. I know it's being widely reported that the Christian Romero deal might get over the line, but even with that signing in, we do need other defensive reinforcements, and quick. We all know that we need a backup striker to Harry Kane as well, and if Harry Kane, it looks like he, could be going. We need then another striker. So there is an awful lot of business to be done. We've got this director of football, Fabio Paratici, in. He's talking and, he's on the phone constantly trying to get deals done. But now it is becoming very, very urgent. I know the transfer window goes on until the end of August, but when you think about playing the champions Manchester City on the 15th of August, it is quite daunting at the moment, the fact that we have got the same defence and, we've got a lot of the same players there. And as I say, we've only got a winger and a goalkeeper in, and they would have been low down on the priority list.
Daniel likes to do his deals fairly late on. I think it's fair to say, in transfer windows. I can only presume that as far as Harry Kane and the rest of the ins and outs that would then need to happen, you want that long sewn up before deadline day, right?
Absolutely. And I've no doubt that everyone in the football club is very frustrated with the Harry Kane situation. At the moment, we don't know whether he's going to be facing Manchester City on the opening day. We don't know whether he's going to be playing the second or the third or the fourth game for Spurs. We don't know what the situation is. I think that someone at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club and Harry Kane, they do need to come out publicly and say exactly what's going on, because the fans deserve to know the situation at the moment. But when you think in a couple of weeks' time, Tottenham Hotspur will be playing in the Europa Conference League, and 2 years ago, Jake, we were playing in the Champions League final, and that's where we've fallen in the last couple of years. And I use that word again, frustrating. The fact that we were playing Champions League football, season after season, and now we've stooped so low to be playing in the Europa Conference League. It is very, very frustrating. You play the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona, and we're now going to be playing teams against, with capacities of around 2,000.
Yeah, no, Chris, I understand, and I can absolutely hear the frustration. Look, we're going to have to leave it there, make some amount of time, but I really do appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, lovely stuff. That's Chris Cowlin there, Spurs fan, frustrated fan, and YouTuber and podcaster. So I suspect that the whole Spurs ordeal and Harry Kane will continue for a little while yet. And as I said, we'll keep you up to date with all the very latest. We'll get all the views and opinions as much as we possibly can. The time is 8:58, a couple of minutes to 9.